So what had happened was I was on the Twitters and I saw this video of a last second shot, South Carolina, Dawn Staley, because we rocks with Dawn Staley because she's America's coach, Black America's coach. She's the coach of the millennium. I feel like she's the best coach in the NCAA, hands down, period. Like she's just to swag everything. But I haven't watched a single game this year. And they're like 31, they were 31-0 coming into yesterday's game. So I saw the last second shot by their 6'8" center to beat Pat Summitt, the ghost of Pat Summitt, who somehow rose back up in the SEC semifinals. And they should have lost that game. The 6'8" center with 1.3 seconds left stepped back and hit a bank shot 3. So then I looked at the schedule and it said they're playing LSU the next day at 3:00. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen a game all year. I'm watching that because I cannot stand Kim Mulkey. I've never liked her since she was, and let me just be transparent. It used to come on regular ass TV when I was a kid. And I remember Kim Mulkey with them damn 2 braids. Oh, I couldn't stand her then playing and winning and so now she's a coach. For example, yesterday she had on a bedazzled suit with like ostrich feathers on the sleeves. Like, it's just too much. You're doing too much, ma'am. Yeah. And then when your player loses her life, and your former player that won you championships almost loses her life in Russia, you on that MAGA bull. You on that MAGA bull. She on that MAGA Mark Robinson bull crap, right? So I got no love for her. And Angel Reese, good. Okay. I'm glad Shaq came out and, so I could root for her and not root for the coach. Right. But now you playing Dawn Staley. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a nasty game. They're both Taurians, born a day apart. People don't know that. May 4th, May 3rd, I think. Yep. And they're intense, right? So I feel like Kim Mulkey's team, they don't play for her. They play for each other, like kind of like in protest, and they're a little scared of her. Whereas Dawn Staley's team, I think, will walk through fire for her. Like there's a difference, because when I was looking at the 3-pointer that young lady had never ever shot in her entire, she is the first time she ever hit a 3-pointer. Dawn Staley was like, take that mother effing shot and you're gonna make it. Like the girl believed it. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody in your life that's gonna tell you something that you believe.
And she said, even though that's her second time ever shooting that shot in a game, that they still practice that. So it wasn't like Dawn sitting out there unprepared. It was just like, all right, this is what we've been doing. This is your moment. Go out there and get you one. And she definitely got her one.
So I that drugged me into the game yesterday. So I was watching. I was like, oh shoot, it started out rocky, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a tough game, and it was all the way down to the end. And they already had the game in hand. One of the young ladies pushed elbowed somebody, and then the 6'8" girl that hit the 3-pointer the day before came and pushed her, shoved her, and she fell to the ground. Her brother jumps out the stand. The cops come, put him in handcuffs. Bench is clear. It was a melee on the floor. Angel Reese was like, nope, my ankle's bad. I'm not going to be involved in this. Plus, I got an NIL deal. I'm making millions of dollars. Y'all can kiss my ass for this fight, and I'm not fighting for her. Smart girl, smart young lady. And South Carolina won. Now, I texted you. I said, did you watch this game?
Yeah.
And you were like, yes, I did. Tell me.
First of all, I hope they meet again in the tournament, because I love me a grudge match. I love me a rivalry. I don't like Kim Mulkey as well. I do like Angel Reese, but I'm not a Kim Mulkey person. She dressed like a character Cat Williams would play in a movie or something. And and then she has an abhorrent attitude. And so watching the post-game press conferences was what really stuck out to me in the differences between her and Dawn Staley, because Kim Mulkey was like, I wish she had pushed Angel Reese, push somebody your size.
We got the clip. So you can hear for yourself, again, the juxtaposition between class versus ass. All right, let's play ass first, Kim Mulkey.
No one wants to be a part of that. No one wants to see that ugliness. But I can tell you this. I wish she would have pushed Angel Reese. Don't push a kid that you 6'8". Don't push somebody that little. That was uncalled for, in my opinion. Let those two girls that were jawing, let them go at it.
I wish she had pushed Angel Reese on the bum
Right.
ankle. That girl's
Right.
still 6'8" all day. But I'm not even gonna get into who would have won the fight or whatever. But
Right.
the fact that you're basically egging your player on, like if you ever get pushed, you know what to do. Like she's a
Yeah.
thug.
Let's
She's
get
a
in a
thug.
fight.
Kim Mulkey's a thug. She's an
Right.
absolute thug. And from the beginning, you can tell the energy of her players. They run their mouths a lot. As a trash talker myself, let me just confess. As a trash talker myself, I appreciate a little trash talk.
Me too.
But they be doing a lot. They be doing a lot, and then you don't expect a reaction. You're pulling hair. You're doing dirty shots because
Right.
they honed in on that. So this has been going on the whole game. This was not just one incident.
Yeah.
Just before that, the girl's lip got busted. How did that happen? You know, her hair was pulled. We could see all of that, right? You doing all of this stuff. So it was frustration. She's a freshman, a sophomore. She's young, right? She's a freshman.
Let me look it up. But yeah,
I think Cardozo's a freshman from Brazil, by the way. So shout out to Brazil. Shout out to Dawn Staley recruiting in Brazil. She got a Brazilian on the team. She got somebody from Samoa. I like this team. That
So it looked like she got there so she played for Syracuse first in 2020. And so she's been at South Carolina from 2021 till now. So she should be like a junior or senior now.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to pay attention to that. But the fight it wasn't like, I feel like I'm watching a lot of the media try to categorize it as, this is bad. This is terrible. It's, look at these women and, it's like, they're looking for an opportunity to call them thugs.
There's a lot of weird respectability around like, well, it's the women's game and this is what we want to show the world about the women's game. And I'm like, well, first of all, you could say that about every game and we never say that about anybody else. Like if two college teams get into a fight and it's men, we don't go, this is the men's game. Y'all got to be ambassadors to the. So I think that's BS. And people just get a little sensitive around women. It is what it is. The same way they got sensitive about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese last year. And I'm like, I see two trash talkers that's about that life. I see two competitors. I love this. I watch more women's basketball this year than I watch men's because of this. But yeah, Kim Mulkey essentially co-signed the idea of fighting, which is not something I expect from a coach. A player, I understand. These are college age people. You supposed to be the example. You can't never be with it. You got to always be like, whoa, what we doing?
Right.
So yeah, very assy, as you said.
Yes. Now let's play classy. Smiz.
Fly J came to me right after the game, and she just apologized and said she's not that type of player. And I really appreciate that. It's something that somebody won't ever hear if I didn't say anything. And she's not. She's a really good person. Things just got escalated. I'll take responsibility for what happened from our side of it, which is we don't, we talk about these things as a team, and we try to, as much as possible, express to them how not to react in those type of situations. But real time is real time, and I know that anybody, Camilla, as well as the other 4 or 5 players that were ejected, I know if they had a chance to do it all over again, they would do it differently. But now we have that. I just don't want the people who are tuning in to women's basketball see that and think, that is our game, because it isn't. Our game is a really beautiful thing. And to be quite honest, this is a part of it now. So we have to fix it and we have to move on.
Class act, and even gave love to the LSU player Flau'jae Johnson, whose brother jumped onto the floor. First of all, sir,
he did not think that out. That was a reaction of a brother seeing his sister. He didn't think it out, and you could see it in his face once he got on the floor and realized, one, these are some big women. 2, I can't hit these. I can't be hitting a woman on national TV. What can I do other than just stand in front of my sister like, hey, everybody? Because he I don't know what he was thinking, but when his feet hit the ground, reality sunk in, and it was like, go ahead, put me in the handcuffs, dog. I know I messed up.
Yeah. Nah, the cops were quick too. They were right behind him. I said, oh wow, it was wild. Shout out to the refs who had to spend 20 minutes going through all of the tape to see who to eject. They ended up ejecting
Hey,
6
did
people.
you see the meme of the one black woman ref that got out of there though? She said, they started fighting. She put her back to it and walked off. It's been a meme going around on Black Twitter all day because of that. And listen, that's my wife. Okay. That's how she gets down. So I understand.
Yeah, I mean, as you pointed, 6'8". Have you ever been like, I used to cover sports. I was in the locker room.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Buck Williams. That's my era, right? Buck Williams was 6'8". And I'm still looking at his navel. You know,
Listen,
I'm 5'10". You understand?
listen.
So like 6'8", a 6'8" woman with 2 inches of hair on top of that. She said, like, are you kidding me? Yes, that is something.
I played a lot of basketball. I played a lot of basketball in my life, and so you end up playing against professional people and stuff. My cousin Anthony Morrow was 6'8". And so yeah, once there's a certain size that you see, there's a level of respect you have to have for the fact that that's a grown person that is that size, man. And it seemed different when you in the stands or you watching on TV. It ain't the same when you literally looking up to this person and you're not used to looking up to most people in your life. And that's how I felt playing with some legit big people. So yeah, I'm sure when that brother left his seat, he had all the best intentions of protecting his sister. And I feel like 2 things happened at the same time. She's 6'8", and I can't be hitting no woman. I lost my mind. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yes, my bad. Angel Reese is 6'3". You know, like there's a lot of, it's a lot of height out there. And
did you play basketball at all?
Yeah.
Because
not really, not good.
Like, at Fayetteville State, sometimes we would play basketball with the women's team. Like we'd have intramurals or we'd have like pickup games, or they go across the park and they come out and they always ran together. They always come out there 5 deep and they ball. Women are more rough than men. It just I don't know how women get through a game like that without fighting. Cause I mean, whether it's a fingernail, a slap, an elbow, or whatever, it's like, oh, y'all ain't playing. This is like y'all are playing for real. And so the fact that this dude jumped down there, he wasn't ready for what he think he was ready for anyway. It wasn't fitting to be no knockouts. It was gonna be you getting knocked out. So yeah, you gotta be careful.
Now I was immersed because I had a magazine, women's basketball magazine, back in the day that Sports Illustrated was like, hey, what's going on over there? I had Cheryl Swoops on the cover, Rebecca Lobo. We did a photo shoot. Neil deGrasse Tyson opened up the planetarium for me before it was public. You know, this is how far back it was. And I got to do a photo shoot in the Hayden Planetarium before it was open to the public with Rebecca Lobo in like a gown designed by Vera Wang, because, always want to shift the paradigm of how people see people. Had Cheryl Swoops in Central Park with a fashion shoot, which was beautiful. Yeah. So, and I played because I was 5'10", in this 6th grade.
Right.
So when I got to high school, the basketball coach saw me in the hallway and was like, you're playing. And my neighbor around the corner loved basketball. And we used to, because we lived around the corner, we drop each other off. Her mom would pick us up or my mom would. And she tried out for the team. And I didn't really want to, but, the coach was like, yeah, and she didn't end up making the team. So she was devastated.
So it's just
bad
you.
because she was short. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm tall. You can't teach tall. So there's that.